Be my friend. Yo, good morning. My name is Kenneth. Welcome to the Be My Friend podcast.
Good morning.
And you are...
Jordan. Sorry.
Jordan. Yeah. I don't know. In my mind, I had pictured that it would go smoother, but it didn't. So I'll just accept my consequences of not preparing you. That's life with Kenneth, though. Always gotta be ready.
That's like, hey, did you read the script? No. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
That's right. You are absolutely correct. I used to do that a little bit to my scene partners. And it obviously didn't go perfectly, but it would always be hilarious. That's my main MO.
Good.
Well, Jordan.
Yes.
All about you.
Once again, nice. Yeah, that sounded like a song. I can't. I never put my finger on it though. What is the song?
It's a song called "All About You." By me, for you. About you.
For you.
That's right. What's going on, Jordan? How are you? We had a nice little chat the other day about organizing ferries for our move.
Yeah, that didn't go well.
Did you get that sorted or no?
No, I procrastinated it Saturday.
Yeah.
Or on Friday, sorry.
Yeah.
And they're not open on the weekends
to
make dates and stuff. So I'm gonna have to wait till Monday to figure that one out. Because I just like to click things and I don't read instructions, so I do not have the correct booking for my ferry.
I mean, the worst case scenario. I don't know.
Just go early. Yeah. You guys meet me 2 hours later. That's fine.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna suggest we have some people helping us load up on this side and not going over with us. Mm-hmm. So that could be a suggestion. But then that just means you spent $15 for literally nothing, because the ferry charges $10 for reso and then $5 to cancel, and $5 every time you move it. So
that's bubkiss, man. Because
it's a joke. I hate the ferry system. It's garbage.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the reason why I hit 12:30 is because I saw 12:45, 12:30, whatever it was on the thing, but that was for a return date. That's for they're not return, so that was for when you actually get on the island.
Yeah, you're coming from the island, right?
No, that's getting there.
No, I mean.
Oh yeah.
The time you pressed.
I'm confused.
I'm also confused. What have you selected currently?
I selected.
We're trying to go there.
Yeah, I know.
12:45 boat.
I selected 10:45 boat.
Oh, 10:45.
because there's a selection that says you will get there by 12:45. So I'm like, oh, perfect. That's the one I want. But obviously I can't read, so.
Ooh. Yeah, that's.
I can read.
I mean, yeah. Realistically, yeah. I don't know. If you can move it, that's the best. If you can't, I mean,
I'll move it.
It's gonna just eat your $10 anyways. So
yeah,
it's like if you just don't have a reso and you go 2 hours late, they're just like, all right, whatever. We're keeping your $10 anyways.
Yeah, it's true.
Because they're scumbags. But the only worry is if you don't have a reso and you get there and you're hooped, then you might be stuck in the line for 2 or 3 ferries.
Yeah, no, I'll fix it tomorrow.
Would not work. But otherwise, everything is in order. Honky-dory, and it'll be good. How was your week, Jordan?
Yeah.
Anything fun happen? How was work? I'm planning on coming by to visit at some point in August to get my Wrangler checked out after our off-road excursion.
Oh, really?
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I just want to get checked.
I was going to say, is there some clanky, clunky, spooky noises?
No. I think we're good.
Okay, good. Yeah, work was weird. I had a day where I would say 80% of my customers were arguments. Mm-hmm. In some sort of way, there were just arguments. And so by the end of it, I'm like, I'm tired, man. Yeah. I don't want to argue anymore.
What happened? For example, multiple arguments. Something must have.
Just most of them were not understanding what I was explaining per se.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, and everything was to do with warranty. Of course, and why it is or isn't covered, basically. But it wasn't really fun. At the end of the day, the worst customer I had was he had one of those kill switches in his car, and if you don't pay your bill, they shut it off and you can't turn your car on.
Oh, is it for the what's it called? Like they didn't think he had good enough credit or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. He's leasing a car, so I guess they threw it in. He didn't know about it, and he's never been with us before. Like it's the first time he just towed it in, and the tech thought it was a starter, so we put a starter in under warranty. He didn't fix it, so we pulled the starter out. Now the guy's into it like for 4 hours because he didn't tell us that he had GPS, but he didn't know he had a GPS. And our manager, well, not your manager anymore, but like this guy was livid. He comes in and he's like, "Oh, I can't." He's putting like a sign up on the scissor jack, and he's like, "I can't come down. I only have so many hours with the scissor jack. Just go talk to Jordan."
That's what our manager said?
That's what happened, yeah. and then he sent the technician out to help me talk. So, but oh my god, the tech, all the tech did was like, "I'm not wrong. I'm standing by my work." And then he also said to the customers, "Well, it's not my fault that you didn't pay your bill."
Boom, roasted.
I'm just like,
was it Lim or here?
Neither.
Oh, surprising.
It
just
was
use
Chewy.
initials.
RC, come on, you got this. You got this, dude. Seriously?
Let me think for. Oh no! Is it a Chinese customer?
Yeah, no, he's not Chinese.
Okay, but anyway, you spoke English to him and said that.
Dude, I told the tech. I was actually like, "Shut the fuck up."
Oh my god!
Look him in the eyes, and I'm like, "Don't say that." And the customer was like, "That's not your place to say that." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's not your place to say that." And then so. Like our manager decided to send a technician out to help me, but all it did was create more fighting, and I was just sitting there like, I just want to go home.
Yeah,
I just want to figure this out and go home. Why are you here?
You know what? It's not his place to say it, but he's also technically not wrong.
No, but apparently, it's not that they didn't pay their bills. It's that they moved, they changed their phone number and everything, and the lease company couldn't contact them.
Awkward.
And after like so many months of not being able to contact, because you're supposed to update the lease company if you move or change your phone number, everything, so they can contact you if they need to, and they could not contact them whatsoever. So apparently it wasn't about payments, it was just about that, and they turned it right back on right away.
I see. Well, still that's hectic, dude.
Yeah, that's not our fault technically.
No,
but
of course not.
And like, but by the end of it, once the tech didn't talk to the customer anymore and walked away, like he ended up. Well, we fist bumped. We didn't shake hands, and then we're cool. And I found out he's an electrician and stuff. And I'm like, "Yeah, if I need it, you'll give me a good deal." And he's just like, "Yeah, don't worry." So I figured it out. But man, that was just wacky.
Yeah, those are scenarios I do not miss whatsoever, even a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But how exciting!
Yeah, it was exciting. It was fun. I came home and I fell asleep at 6:00.
Yes, hey, that's me. The first few months I was working there.
I can't, like you worked 6 days. I couldn't do that, man.
I did. I worked 6 days for almost a full year.
That's insane. I couldn't do that.
I grinded for it, man.
I've done a couple Saturdays and 6 days a week, and the following week I might have not worked that extra day because I'm so tired and just done.
It is super, super, super mentally taxing. Like,
exactly.
Absolutely it is.
Yeah, my friend always says
taxing.
You just sit at a desk and like, how can you be tired? You just sit at a desk. I'm like, maybe my body's not tired, but my brain is like mush.
People say that, I'm just like, you wouldn't understand. If
you
tried
can't really
you'd
explain
understand.
it. Yeah,
no, you can't, because you can't explain that. Like, people are like, "Oh yeah, I like arguing," or like, "Oh yeah, I like cars." I'm like, well, that's not the problem. The problem is, you wouldn't get it. That's kind of how I end it.
It's crazy how many people come in prepared to argue too. Like they sit down and they're like they've thought about this argument for like days. They're prepared.
They're huffing and puffing.
Yeah, and they're like, I got everything written down in my phone. Like I'm gonna go through all these points, and you're just like, I've just argued with 5 other people.
Yeah,
I don't need this. Like,
yeah, it's true actually. But
such is life, I guess.
To argue when it starts.
I'm warmed up.
Yeah, I could do this all day. Captain America.
This isn't even my final form.
Yeah. That's so funny. We were just talking about like fighting with customers at work. Last night, me and Sherry went out to dinner with my good friend. And we were just talking about work and stuff like that. And I was like, Sherry's like, yeah, Kenneth's like a fighter. He doesn't like to lose arguments. And so at work, people would be like, get Kenneth on the phone. Please, Kenneth, answer this phone call. This person wants to fight. And I'm like, all right, let's go. Put on my auto mitts. Not boxing gloves. oven mitts.
Yeah, put out the fire
Yeah, that's right. It's about to get hot.
or stoke it. Either way.
Yeah, that's usually what I did. It would, dude. So many times it would start with me trying to de-escalate, and then it would go to Robert, and he would make it way worse.
It's funny how that happened. He
Yeah,
because he doesn't care. Like if the customer's wrong, he's just like, you're wrong.
yeah. Which is, in my opinion, that's very admirable, and it's a good way to do it because, like, specifically for our industry. But like, yeah, he can be pretty hardcore about it.
He can. Yeah. Well, yeah, when he's busy and he's having a day, he's just like to the point, no sugarcoating.
Oh yeah, my favorites are when people would be like, "I want this, this, this," and he'd be like, "Okay, first of all, why do I want to help you?" Like he says that, and I'm like, "Oh damn, it's going down." And they're like, "Well, I'm the customer." I remember I was there in the room once. I'm the customer. You should help me. And he's like, "Why would I help you if you're not even paying us anything?" He's like, "You're barely a customer because you're barely paying us any money." and they're like, well, I came into this establishment expecting to be helped. And he's like, "Yeah, we can help you, but it ain't free." Like straight up. Or they'd be like, "Well, you blah, 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 should be free." And he'd be like, "What do you do for work?" They're like, "I don't know. I'm a graphic designer. Would you graphic design something for me for free?" And they're like, "Of course not." He's like, he would just like raise his hand, fucking roll his eyes. Fucking duh.
I mean, he's not wrong. He definitely could have put it a little lighter, but he's not wrong.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people forget that we're a business. We're not charity, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's true. We're literally a business, and also it costs us money to do stuff.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We're just trying to keep our lights on, yo.
Yeah,
I'm not there anymore, but I still have ties.
Ties
to the people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's
it.
That's been my week.
I guess.
Yeah,
I like that.
I did a barbecue last night.
Oh,
yeah.
Was it one of those elevated barbecue?
Yeah, we had the barbecue on high. Sorry, that was bad.
That's what I wanted.
Okay. Yeah, it was. It definitely was. It does make the burgers taste better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Cherry always says too.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
It is good. It's fun.
Was it just burgers?
Actually, yeah, it was just burgers.
Oh, okay. Well,
I brought potato salad and it never got opened.
No, that always happens.
Yeah. And now it's still at his house too.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to take it home.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, that'd be tacky. You can't take home what you brought.
Yeah, sure you can.
Oh. Okay, sure, yeah.
I mean, you do you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You do you.
Speaking of you.
Me. Now me. That freaked me out a little bit. I didn't like that one.
That was loud. That was good. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, now me. Nothing crazy. Just a lot of packing. Our home is just boxes and stuff everywhere.
Are your cats freaking out
on the headphones? No, they're having a great time.
Really?
Just jumping in and out of boxes. It's like we got a bunch of gophers. It's so cute.
Nice.
Yeah, but we left all their sleeping spots alone. There's no point in moving those, so like they can always slink to their beds and no problem. They've been behaving really well too, actually. I've been walking Louis a lot, and he's got it down now for the routine, so we're not like fighting to go downstairs. It's like he cries at the door. I'm like, "Wait for me to do the dishes, please, sir." So he sits there quietly, and I come over and I leash him up, and then I put on my sweater or whatever. I have to wear a sweater, like the specific sweater, like it's a really thick one, in case, which has happened several times, a dog comes out, and I have to pick him up right away and just press him against my body, and he's just like burying his claws into my torso.
Oh, jeez.
It's horrible. So, like, the first time that happened, I just took it. I have, like, these scars on my chest that are, like, not deep, but they're there. And so ever since then, I've been wearing my sweater to go down, or I wear my thick flannel that I used to wear for work, like construction work, and then that way I don't feel the claws or anything. But yeah, a few times we're like, Because what we do is we go downstairs and we just sit there. Louis doesn't like to walk. He likes to just sit outside. Like roll around on the concrete, look at the moon, whatever it is doing. That's what he likes to do. We sit there for like 40 minutes, dude. It's like when it's time to go, it's 11 p.m. almost on the nose every time. 10:45, 11 p.m. He'll start crying, and then we go and we sit there. And when I come back upstairs, it's almost midnight, and I'm like, "What was I doing?" I'm just staring at him. I bring my phone, but I get bored of my phone, so I just sit there and I stare at him until he A, hears something scary, or B, he just goes, time to go. And we just walk back up the stairs, which is great. It's a nice little bonding time, but
for sure.
I wish he would walk, like, so we could go around the block, or we could just walk to the car and back or something, but he doesn't like to do that. He just likes to sit there. He doesn't even like to walk on the grass. He just likes to stare at the grass. He's so weird. And then, yeah, so but he's gotten into the pattern, so he's been really less like zoomies, basically. Because like that's when he would have zoomies, but instead I guess we just like pump his heart full of adrenaline because he gets to go outside for an hour, and then it's funny because it's almost like he's on a boat and he's scared he's gonna fall off. He's just like, he lies belly down on the concrete, his arms are spread out, and he's just like holding on to the ground. It's pretty funny. I've got like lots of Instagram stories with him just lying on the ground. But yeah, the only interesting thing, we went out for dinner with my friend yesterday. We made a reservation. The place did a really good job at, like distancing the tables and stuff like that. And they had like a very small maximum amount of people in there. I think it was only like 8 customers at any time in there. It was kind of nice. But we went to a German restaurant in North Vancouver on Lonsdale called Jagerhof Restaurant. It was really good. Have you had German food before?
I haven't. I was going to ask, what is German food?
So the type of German food we had was specifically schnitzel and some other stuff. And schnitzel is basically just like a piece of meat, usually veal or pork or chicken, and they pound the shit out of it to make it really, really thin and really, really like big. So like imagine a pork chop. You just flatten it out so that it's like double the size width-wise, but it's like half the width, density. And then they pan fry it. And then so it's super, super crispy, but the inside is like tender and juicy. And it comes with like this gravy, like this special, I don't know, mushroom gravy thing. And it was great. I was like, oh, wow, this is actually really, really tasty. And I had a wine that I liked for like one of the first times ever. It was really nice. I felt like a grown up. I put a napkin on my lap and everything. It was great.
Were you talking about it the whole time, how sophisticated you were?
Yeah. The whole time I was like, ooh, look at me.
Oh.
People are talking, like, stop talking. Look at me. No, of course not. But yeah, it was nice. If you ever get a chance, I think you might like it. It's good flavors. Like, for real, it was really good flavors. They had like sauerkraut and red cabbage pickled. Yep. Like it's really tasty stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of the only thing. But it was nice to go on like a double date styles. It's like my childhood friend and his girlfriend and me and Sherry, and we're like, damn, we don't usually hang out with like another couple, and unless it's like playing Smash Bros with 15 other people. So we're like, this is nice. It was nice to have a quiet sit-down meal, like a couple of adults. And they had a live pianist there.
Playing like that like jazzy, like, ooh.
Yeah. Well, he was playing like ragtime music. It was
really nice. Cool. Okay.
Like that. That's not what it sounded like, but just an idea for you. A little smattering of music for your ears.
Nice. Well, I enjoyed it. Thank you for that one.
You're welcome, sir. Yeah, that's it. That was me. All right, next segment. Yeah. Do you want to talk about... It's Halo. We're talking about Halo.
It went silent for me, so I figured you were trying to do the Halo's theme song.
With the echo, dude. It sounds so good. That's okay. You'll have to listen to it later. But we're talking about Halo today, guys. because the new Halo finally got some information for us. Halo Infinite. And let's just start with Jordan. How many Halo games have you played, and how much do you love Halo?
Oh man, how many? I gotta say, I played all the main ones.
Yeah,
like the big name releases, and maybe some of the like little side things. I don't think I played ODST. Like that's
so good.
I've heard, but like I played Halo 1, 2, 3, 4. I played a Reach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. I think that's it.
Basically, the only ones you missed out are 5, Wars, and Spartan.
Sorry, I played 5 too. Sorry,
okay,
I played,
so you played all the main series.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think I played Spartan Assault. I haven't heard of that.
It's like a mobile game.
Or at least, okay, that's why.
Yeah, it's like a top-down shooter thing. I played it a little bit. It's fun.
Yeah.
It ain't Halo.
No, exactly.
It's about Sarah Palmer, so.
At what point did Bungie stop doing their graphics and stuff?
At what point?
Yeah.
Between
Halo
3 and 4.
Okay.
Their last game was Reach.
Right, okay.
Yeah. And then they have had no hands in it ever since then.
Yeah, and then Bungie did Destiny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's your favorite Halo? Like, it's a hard question, but
like which game?
Yeah.
I would say Reach.
Really?
Easy answer. Like I love 2 and 3. My favorite Halo experience ever is Legendary Mode, All Skulls On, the final mission of Halo 1 and Halo 3. Those both, because it's the driving missions where everything around you is exploding.
Oh my god, that is amazing.
And that, like, me and my brother and my friend Alex, who we went out to dinner with yesterday, we would like literally stay up all night just playing the same mission over and over again. Because it was just so fun. And we would race too, because like you could play split screen co-op, right?
Yeah.
And so we would have 2 people in one car, 2 people in one car, and we would just race to the end and see it. And like we would intentionally die just so we could go back to an older checkpoint and play it again. Like it was crazy. We loved it so much. It was so epic. The music was there.
Yes.
Like, it was so much
I think
fun.
that's a big thing with Halo is that they did so well with the music, just the intro music too. Just the slow, methodical, like echoey voice. And like then the guitar comes in. It's like
That's it.
It's like that's nostalgia right there for me.
Yeah, hits you square in the booty.
Oh yeah, for sure. Right in the booty.
What do you remember your first Halo experience? Like, did you buy it and go home and play it, or?
Yeah, it was Halo 1. I think my brother bought it actually, and he's like, "Hey, this game's really good. Play it with me." And was Halo 1 split screen?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All the way till Halo 4.
That was
Halo 4 was the first one not to be split screen co-op. It was online only. Everyone had 2 Xbox Ones.
But arguably, Halo is, you know what? Not even arguably. It is the best split screen
shooter experience. Campaign, yes, I would agree. I would actually agree. I can't think of any other first person like split screen campaign that's better.
Yeah.
Like I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah,
somebody
was
tell us a different one.
All the games, like, yeah, they're great. But do you think they're starting to get a little bit old, or is it kind of like Call of Duty, which is like, okay, we know what we're getting. Yeah, we know what we're getting, and we're gonna do it because it's still good. It's still fun
Halo
to play.
5 was when I kind of fell off. I played it through because I wanted to know the story.
Mm-hmm.
But
and see if you saw the face.
Yeah, exactly. Which you don't. Spoiler alert. But I don't know. The gameplay was more of the same with a little bit of extra this and that, but it didn't feel as grandiose and amazing anymore. And there wasn't like that same sense of excitement besides for the story. I was really excited to be going through the story with Blue Team, with the Chief and his team. And I was like, oh, that's so cool, because like, you know, you get to see them in a modern sort of light. But I don't know. I'm excited for the new one only because I haven't played Halo in a really long time. Like I haven't played the new Halos to dilute me. The only Halos I've been playing I was playing through slowly the Anniversary first game, but I'm still on Reach because it took so long. Those games are a lot slower than I remembered, by the way. I'm playing on Heroic, and I'm like, damn, it's taking forever. But yeah, I think it did get old for me a little while, but I still love it. I love the lore.
Yeah.
I love the world. I love the story. I have my favorite weapon still, the DMR, and I don't know. There's something about it that it's kind of like Pokemon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I get hype for every new main series title, but then now when I play it, I'm like, I still love it, but not the same way I used to as a kid.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah,
it's
but
more
I'm
of
excited for the
thing.
new one. Absolutely, I'm excited for the new one.
Did you ever do? Because there's always Easter eggs in their games. In Halo 2, did you ever do their Easter egg? You know those like big crab things or like spider things that would walk around, and they'd have like their face would shoot like a big blue laser that would fuck you up. You remember
Which
that?
game is that?
That's Halo 2.
Oh, you're talking about the scarab.
The scarabs, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And like the head of it would shoot that laser.
Yes.
You could go get a gun on the top of the map.
Yeah, the scarab rifle.
Yeah.
But the yeah, I do remember the Easter egg. But the problem was the gun was just a beam rifle, but it shot like the scarab rifle.
Yeah, it was like the smallest. Yeah.
And then you could also find a giant soccer ball.
Yep.
There's a lot of random stuff. But yeah, Bungie's really great at leaving secret Easter eggs and stuff like that.
Yep.
Did you like okay, so me and my brother's Halo experience was my grandparents had what's it called? They had some homestays. You know what that is?
Yep.
Yeah,
for sure.
So from Taiwan. And when we lived with our grandparents, they had several homestays. And there was one homestay that ended up being a tenant because his family moved over too, and they took the whole basement suite. And his name was Oscar, a childhood friend of ours. We only know him from living in my grandparents' basement, and we would go hang out with him. And one day he was like, "Hey, you guys want to play Halo?" And we were like, "What's Halo?" Like to me, I thought it was gonna be like an RPG.
Yeah,
called Halo. I was like, "Oh, what is that?" And then we busted it out, and then we didn't sleep like that whole night, basically. We played Halo 1 like all night, over and over and over again. And then every time we would go back to visit, he'd be like, "Halo?" We'd be like, "Hell yes."
Hell yes.
And we would just play it so hard. And I still have him on Facebook, that friend.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, doing other things with their lives, and so are we, and obviously. And then, but I always think back to like, damn, what a cool friend that we had that introduced us to this awesome thing that we never even had or knew about. I didn't even know what an Xbox was, really. And then I was like, I want an Xbox.
Right?
But like, I never owned one.
Xbox was like that system that came out back in the day, and you're just like, it's almost like an honor to have one, or like an extra on top of your PlayStation. It wasn't like you just had an Xbox. You either had a PS2 and an Xbox, or just a PS2,
yeah, or a GameCube and Xbox,
yeah.
I
don't know, because it wasn't that big back then. But
no, it wasn't. The 360 is when it really, really took off, I think. That's when people were like,
yeah, because they came out with Gears of War. They dropped that with the Xbox 360, and that was huge. Mm-hmm. And then I think they dropped Halo 3. I think
on the 360. Yes, you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
But I just remember like my brother bringing home the first Halo, and when we played through it together. But the second Halo, I convinced my dad. We were out at like Future Shop buying something, and I convinced him to buy it for me. And I remember calling my brother at his friend's house and saying, "Hey, I convinced Dad to buy us Halo 2." And he left his friend's house to come beat the campaign with me.
That's brother stuff. Yeah. Good job, dude.
And we beat it in a day. I think that's the one with like the little zombies and the popcorn zombie things. I think that's Halo 2.
Yeah. Well, Halo 1 had the flood too. The flood was prevalent all through 1, 2, 3.
The flood, right.
But 2 was when they were really, really... Well, I mean... Okay, let's do a quick analysis here that I only realized upon this year's playthrough of Halo 1. Halo 1 begins as a beautiful sci-fi space adventure.
Yeah, with a lot of greenery.
You're in space, you're on the Pillar of Autumn, you're shooting aliens, then you crash land, and then now you're fighting aliens on an alien planet, which turns out to not be a planet, it's a ring.
Mm-hmm.
And then, basically at the halfway point, suddenly it becomes a horror game.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's crazy. I remember playing it and I was like, I'm scared.
The moment
we got into the installation, what's it called, the Forerunner installation, you start seeing the dead people. You start getting the voice logs of them screaming and be like, okay, blah. And then you see your first few flood, and you're like, holy shit, it's a zombie game now. And it's like a whole tonal shift happens halfway through the game. And I remember way back when we were kids, it was like never even like it didn't translate in my mind. I was like, no, it's Halo still. Now we're just shooting brown stuff instead of colorful stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But as an adult, I'm like, holy shit, they completely changed the genre halfway through this game.
Yeah, actually. Yeah,
it's very cool.
Yeah. I also died a lot to the Flood, more than I did to the aliens.
To the Covenant, yeah. The Flood were tough. The popcorn,
they were annoying.
And do you have any fond memories of Halo 3? Because I would say Halo 2 was the one that is like least remembered for me, even though I remember the entire game through and through. I remember the opening sequence when he's like, Chief, what are you doing?
I'm giving back their bomb.
Then, oh my god, that's it. That's the first mission, isn't it?
First mission, yeah. Yeah. And he rides out the airlock riding on the bomb.
Like, kicks off of it and just like pushes himself back.
It's so epic.
Yeah, it's like a big blue.
I'm giving the Covenant their bomb back. And then just
yeah.
It's so good. And then but Halo 3, we had so many fond memories because Halo 3 had the Forge mode.
That's right. That's what oh man.
And that was the best. We spent so much time in Forge just making like crazy race tracks, or we created like games that we called Speedy Gonzalez, where we would like basically have all 100% increased speed. Everyone's invisible, and you have a rocket and a laser sword, and we're in an open room. Like, we would make these game modes, and we'd play them for hours. And then you could actually go online and download people's creations. Mm-hmm. And then there was these maps that people made of, like, huge racetracks. And in the middle would be, like, a bunch of sniper rifles, and one person would spawn in the middle, and everyone else would spawn on the ring doing the race. And if you finished the laps before the guy killed you, you would win, or if the killer killed everyone, then they would win. Like, it was so much fun. And it was actually through Forge that the infected mode came out.
Right.
That became an official thing. Same with Griffball, as far as I know. That was also through Forge, people making it, and then Halo was like, or Bungie was like, all right, it's a real thing now, let's do it.
Oh yeah, this. Oh my gosh, I just looked it up again.
That's history, dude.
That is history.
Halo has like, Halo is very Pokemon-esque. It has a very big place in my heart. Like, same with, I have all this lore that's backlogged in my brain, just like I have every Pokemon memorized. It's just like, my brain is like, 1 + 1 is 2, the other half, Halo and Pokemon.
Yeah, that the extent of your math, you've given up all your math memory
for this information.
For Halo information.
Yeah.
If you ask Kenneth what 2 + 2 is, he'll say, I'm giving the Covenant back the bomb.
Bingo. But yeah. I personally believe, though, it may be an unpopular opinion, but I believe the story did get better over time. It got more interesting. You got to learn more and more things. It gets a little convoluted, but if you knew the backstory to the new stories, then you'd be like, oh, that's tight.
Cool. I think they kind of just made a game for the first Halo and really focused on the actual gameplay, which is awesome, which is what you really want. And like the actual writing of it was meh. Like, to be honest, it was cool, but it wasn't like top of the line. But I think over time they just got more money to be able to spend on the writing aspect of it, and actually became a really cool storyline.
The only weird stuff, I think, is like when kind of Bungie took over, or not, Bungie left. 343 took over, and I think it looks really good still, but they changed so many of the characters' looks. Like, I think the Spartans look better. All the Spartans look way better in 4 and 5, but I think the enemies look worse. Like the Covenant units look worse. Like the what's it called? The elites like lost their long necks. Like, it's all weird. Oh, question: what's your favorite Covenant unit?
Like, I've always had a soft spot for those little round things. What are they called?
Grunts?
The grunts, dude. Because if you play in like the easiest mode, they just run away from you. And with their gun in the air, and they're shooting their gun too. They're like,
yeah,
and they're just running.
Yeah.
And you just walk up to them and hit them. But I got a soft spot for them because they're funny that way.
I really enjoyed shooting them in the face when you had the Grunt birthday party on, and it would go,
oh
Yay!
yeah,
and confetti would shoot out. That was my favorite.
That is right.
Did you know that the Grunt got in Halo 5, the Grunt got a little upgrade? It got that mech, the Grunt Goblin. Do you know about that?
No.
Oh, you fool. Anyway, it's basically it's just a mech that the Grunts hang out inside. And they're like super, super strong.
Oh, that's right.
They punch you and they shoot giant needler rifles. It's crazy.
When you're
I would
playing,
say my favorite. Yeah.
No, sorry. Just gonna say, when you're playing on Legendary and you did see like a red elite, that was scary.
Oh no, the gold ones were
that's
the scariest.
Right.
And then you would see
like,
the honor guards with the crests on their head.
Yes.
And then you get scared. They were just, the AI was just so superior.
So, I think we need to buy this. It's coming out. You can buy all the Halos on Steam or something.
I have it, dude. Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm just going to buy it right now.
Are you kidding? Is it on sale? I bought it on sale.
I'm going to check if it's on sale.
Don't buy it unless it's on sale. Fuck it. You got money.
What?
I don't know. Do what you gotta do. It's Halo.
Master
I would say my favorite Covenant is the Hunter, of course.
Oh yeah,
because it's just I remember seeing it the first time and I was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my whole life. And then I learned that you could one-shot them with a pistol on easy mode, and I was like, that's even cooler because they make me cooler.
Did they change the way they looked over the time?
They changed everything, dude.
Yeah,
everything looks different now.
Because you could only shoot them in the back and then the face.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, you can shoot them in the newer games. You can shoot them in anywhere there's no armor plating, right?
Yeah.
Because it's more realistic. But yeah, the hunters. Do you know what they are?
Yeah, I remember what they are.
More lore.
Yeah. No, I don't know the lore behind them. I just know.
Oh, okay.
I remember they fuck you up if you get too close.
So they're actually a bunch of worms.
Oh, really?
Yeah, fused together inside this armor. So that's why
that makes sense because they have no face.
Yeah, that's right. They have no face, and there are these orange, like tendril-looking things. If you look close at the texture,
yeah,
they're actually a bunch of worms.
That's crazy.
That's good stuff.
Huh, the more you know. That makes so much sense because I always wondered. I thought they were just like one giant muscle or something.
Yeah, that's kind of what it seems like.
Yeah,
but hunters are so epic, and so man, I just want to geek out right now because it sounds like you don't know as much lore as I know.
No, I don't.
So I need to just fill your mouth with lore.
Wait, what? Fill my what?
So the hunters attack in pairs.
Yeah,
because they have blood bonds.
Yeah.
Which is weird to me because basically it's like a bunch of worms fused to be one big gooby friend, and then another bunch of worms fused to be a big gooby friend, and then these two gooby friends join through a blood bond or a mental bond, and they're actually stronger when that's why they always appear in twos, because they're battle buddies. If one dies, the other one just rages out and it goes full on berserk.
Right.
That's why you got to be careful when you kill one because the second one's coming right away. They're usually like back to back.
I do remember that, like damaging both quite a bit and then killing one and then killing the other. Because if you don't do that, the other one's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta knock them both, or you gotta just play co-op and then you each got a job to do.
Man, all these memories are flooding back. I haven't played Halo in so long that I'm kind of a noob to all this lore and stuff.
Oh yes, maybe. Because it used to be 4-player.
Yeah.
That was a shit. You would just have 4 Master Chiefs hanging out.
Which doesn't really make sense, but is really cool.
Yeah, it didn't make sense. Okay, no, I don't think it's 4-player co-op. But it is 4-player multiplayer, which is great. But yeah, that's kind of like the...
Wow, I'm very appreciative that you told me all this, because now I get to sleep tonight thinking, hunters are just worms.
And how sweet those dreams will be.
Yeah, exactly. Oh gosh.
Yeah. But god dang it, I love Halo. Now I really want to play Halo. Oh, by the way, we're playing zombies tonight.
Okay, I was gonna say, are we playing Halo tonight?
No, we're playing zombies.
You sure?
Sunday is zombie time. Well, we have to for the people because we got the sub server.
Okay.
We got folks raring to Zom. I'm excited to Zom too, actually. I've been playing Subnautica all week.
Oh yeah, I've seen videos and it looks really cool. It looks really scary because there's some like really big monsters and stuff, right? Yes. I've only seen like the occasional video of it. God! Can I play that with you?
No, it's not multiplayer. I want it to be multiplayer so bad because I built this beautiful undersea base, and it's beautiful. And I'm all alone.
Oh man, it'd be so cool. Is it kind of like a survival game, or what is it?
It is, yeah. So it's from what I know. I'm trying my best not to get any spoilers because my viewers were saying that the story is crazy.
Okay.
And so what I want to do is just play because there is a story to it, like there's lore and there's an actual quote unquote ending to the game.
Yeah.
So I want to not spoil myself, but so far it is a survival game.
Yeah.
It's like it's like Rust or whatever, but under the ocean, in an alien planet.
Oh, cool.
So there's a bunch of really cool tech, like everything's like lasers and stuff like that, and basically the only weapon you have that can hurt anything is your hunting knife or your survival knife. The only other weapons you have are like this beam rifle thing that is like a stasis rifle.
Yeah.
So it just locks the creature in place, but it doesn't kill it. So yeah, basically what happens is you're traveling through space and your giant colonizing ship crashes. It gets shot down and crashes, and then you're the only survivor, so you think, until you're just in a little escape pod.
Yeah.
And there's a radio, but it's broken. And there's like a bunch of other stuff in there that for survival, and it's all broken. So like in the first few, minutes, you want to just repair everything.
Yeah.
You go diving, but it's like it starts right away. Like you're in the pod, and then it's like get out of the pod. You're in the ocean. That's it. It's friggin' freaky, and you can drown obviously if you don't pay attention to your oxygen. And there's lots of big creatures everywhere, and there's lots of little creatures everywhere too. It's really really fun. There's moments where like because now I have a boat.
Yeah.
I have a base and I have a little. It's not a boat. It's like a submarine. Sorry, a little baby submarine. And sometimes I'm just zooping through the ocean, and I look down, and it's just blue endlessness. And I get like that feeling in my back where I'm like nervous. I'm like, oh god.
Wait, feeling in your back?
Yeah. Do you ever get like when your hair stands on your neck?
Yeah.
Like you get chills and you're like, oh god, like because you can hear like sounds.
Yeah.
As you're zooping through the ocean. So for example, yesterday I was just zooping through the ocean, and then all of a sudden I can hear. I'm in a really really deep area of the ocean. Like I can't see I can't see anything ground underneath, and I'm like kind of in the middle area of the water. I'm not at the surface. And then I'm like, I should go to the surface. So I start going to the surface, and I just hear like, and I'm like, I look to the camera, and I'm like, did you guys hear that? What is that? Because normally you hear like whale sounds.
Yeah.
There's like these big creatures called reefbacks. They're just like giant whales. That's normal. It's like,
yeah.
But I heard that, and I was like, did you guys hear that? And usually when you hear something, it's probably behind you already. So I was like, oh my god. Oh, no. So I like slow down, and I turn my submarine, and it's coming at me. And it's this huge, giant, blue-horned serpent, and it's so scary. And I'm like, ah! Like, I'm like screaming. and I start zooming away, and I'm freaking out. And I look back one more time just to quickly check, and there's two of them. And I'm like, holy shit. And then as I'm turning around, it seems like a third one bumps into me.
Yeah.
Or it was the first one caught up to me, and I'm freaking out, and I'm just like zooming away. It was so crazy. Like the game is crazy. It immerses you, and it feels so crazy. I don't know how to explain it, but it's an experience. It sounds like a commercial for Subnautica. If you guys like the ocean, try it. It's awesome. It's really awesome. And it's really satisfying to build this huge underwater base that I have.
Yeah.
It's a very beautiful base.
I was just watching the trailer kind of while you were talking about it, and I'm super stoked. Actually, I want to play it, and I looked it up. It's only like $28 right now.
Yeah,
and
it's usually pretty cheap.
And then I looked it up because it kind of reminds me of No Man's Sky.
Yes.
And I looked up No Man's Sky, and No Man's Sky is still $66, and I'd way rather play Subnautica.
Subnautica is it's an indie game though. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a small developer team.
But it still seems like a big game.
Oh, it's huge, dude. It's huge. I played it when it was in early access last year, and then it came out full, and there's a sequel now in early access.
Yeah.
So I was like, I should try it. And so I tried it early this week, and I was like, damn, I can't stop playing it. Like, it's so fun. It's just satisfying to go, like, exploring underwater. There's, like, a really vast cave system.
Yeah.
And there's, like, a whole biome under the caves, under the sea. And it's like, holy crap. It's, like, endless. It feels endless.
Oh, my God.
It's really crazy.
The problem is I am scared of the ocean a little bit. So
Same.
I feel like I need it to be multiplayer to actually play the game.
I know, dude. I wish it was multiplayer, but it's giving me the strength to carry on because it's just so interesting and so fun.
Yeah.
And, dude, when it becomes multiplayer, we all playing. Apparently, somebody made a mod for multiplayer already, but it's not really stable.
Yeah, well, that makes sense because if the game's not, it's just an indie game, trying to mess with it can cause those kind of things.
Dude, honestly, if I wasn't streaming it and having people chatting with me,
yeah,
I could not play it alone.
I was gonna say at least you have your chat to like look at, like to calm down if something happens.
Because like a lot of the chats played the game too.
Yeah,
they're doing a really really great job not spoiling anything.
Yeah,
but they're so mean. They're like, okay, this not really a spoiler because it's like the flagship monster. There's a monster called the Reaper.
Yeah,
and it's the biggest, most aggressive Leviathan class creature, and it's huge. And it only spawns at the crash site. So at all times in the game, you can see the Aurora, which is the big original ship that you crash down in, and you can always see it.
Yeah.
But if you go towards it, there's some like valuable minerals, there's technology there you can harvest, and then there's these Reapers, and they're humongous. And the chat was like, you should go to the Aurora and go look at a Reaper.
Oh no.
And I'm like, I don't want to. I had never seen one in the game ever before. Like ever. I'd seen like pictures of it. And then I was like, it can't be that big. And then we finally go. It took me a long time of stalling and like skirting around the ship and keeping a good reach around it. And finally, like, fuck it. So we just go. And I'm like, I don't see anything. And the water gets like murky because like apparently there's like radiation and like oil leaking in.
Yeah.
So it gets murky there and it's really hard to see. And so I'm just zooming and zooming and zooming. I don't see anything. And then one of the chat members is like, I think I hear it. And I was like, oh, fuck off. And then I turn and it's right there. And so it has like, you know, the predator. It has like a mouth like that. It's got like 4 grabbers around its mouth. And then, so what it does when it catches you is, if you're in your submarine, it'll grab the submarine and it'll just like fucking eat you. And it's fucking scary. And it's loud and it roars like, Rah! Like that. You can hear it. And then, yeah. But the good thing is, like, basically, even with your little submarine, you're faster than everything else. So you just have to book it and hope your batteries don't run out.
Oh, no, batteries. I hate batteries in games.
Yeah. It's good times. It's so fun, though. Oh, my gosh.
I think I'd stress out too much trying to play it, but I want to play it.
Dude, my back is, like, always sweaty when I'm playing. And I'm, like, clenching my bum and clenching my teeth. And I'm just like, oh, God. I'm so scared. But now that I have my base, when I'm scared, I just go back to the base. And I'm like, ooh, safe.
Yeah, that's true. That makes the game good when you have like a safe space where you're like, okay, I not only can I recharge everything I need to in the game sense, but I can recharge myself because I am.
Yeah, you can eat, you can drink,
exactly.
Put on some lo-fi beats.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
Just let the sweat dry
out for a couple minutes till you're back out there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's great. It's really fun. But yeah, I guess we're near the end here.
Yeah.
You still want to talk about voice actors? You want to save that for next time?
We'll save it for next time. I didn't do enough research on it anyway.
Why? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I think we should do? Well, I think I should do. We should start like researching one thing, which we kind of sort of do.
Yep.
And then we can talk about it on the show.
Okay.
I
agree with that. That's a good idea.
All right, let's start right now.
Okay.
There's one thing that I learned about. Do you know how thermal paper works and how, you know, our printer thing, the Visa machine, you know how that works?
Yeah.
And how it doesn't have any ink in it?
Yeah. No, I didn't know that. Wait, what? Hold on.
Yeah. Think about it.
Wait, what?
You never have to change the ink on a Visa or a credit card machine.
Yeah, wait, what?
Yeah. It's not ink.
What is it?
I learned about it. I don't remember where I saw it. It was on a YouTube channel. But basically, the quote unquote thermal paper.
Yeah.
It's a special kind of like very conducive paper, and inside the machine is just like a heat printer. So it just heats up.
It burns
into the letters and
paper.
numbers. It burns the paper. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and that's why there's no ink, and that's why it makes that sound. Because it's burning it.
That's actually crazy.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I've been using them for like 20 years, and I've never known that that's how they work.
Huh. And the more you know.
And that's also why thermal paper is not recyclable.
Yeah, right.
It does not break down.
That's crazy. Like now every single time I take it to payment, now I'm gonna think of that.
You're gonna tell everybody?
I'm gonna tell people.
You know there's no ink in this?
Yeah.
Suddenly you've extended every interaction by 10 minutes.
This is just burnt paper.
All right, time for some
And lows.
Sorry, I was a bit yawned there. Holy crap.
Okay, I'll start.
Okay.
My high is playing Subnautica.
Nice.
It's so fun, and I forgot. Like I didn't plan on talking about it today, and then now here we are talking about it.
Yep.
So that's it. My low is I'm having bad skin on my face problem again.
Oh man.
I think maybe like I was touching my face while I was packing.
Mm-hmm.
There's like dust or something. I don't know, some kind of bacteria. So now I got a little bit of a ooey, a little gross part of my face, and it's all itchy, and then it's making my lips all dry because I keep touching my face. It's the worst thing ever.
That's not fun.
But otherwise, I'm okay.
I gotta say, my low probably is my best friend. He passed away 7 years ago. It's his birthday today.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tough day.
Yeah.
Happy
birthday to him, man.
Yeah, happy birthday to him. Gonna go, but the high is I got to hang out with friends all weekend. Kind of,
right.
We're just, celebrating his life, not just, being sad about it kind of thing. Yeah. So
exactly.
I got another barbecue to go to at his parents' place tonight. So, this afternoon. So, yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah, sounds like good.
Yeah,
it's good to remember.
It's kind of bittersweet. Yeah.
Yeah, of course it's good.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to your friend.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Let's take a look at chat.
Yeah. Sorry to bring.
We got a good morning from Jazzy. No, that's exactly what highs and lows are for.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got a good morning, Jazzy. Good morning, Jazzy. Jazzy's awesome. She's not only is she a nail artist, a professional nail artist, she also is like the craziest, most effective studier. Every time I'm streaming, Jazzy comes on, and Jazzy's like, "Hey, I'm watching, but I'm doing 3 assignments, 2 essays, and I'm studying for 2 exams tomorrow." And like 4 hours later, she's like, "Okay, I finished everything. Now I'm just gonna relax." And I'm like, "Holy shit! How did you do all that?" Crazy. With me yelling in the background.
When you said nail artist, you know what popped in my brain the first time? She makes art out of nails.
Like fingernails?
No, like
hammer nails?
Like hammer nails. Like she grabs like a board and like hammers something in and makes it into a masterpiece.
How sick would that be, though?
But how dumb am I?
What? Yeah, you're an idiot. Make sure to follow Jazzy's Instagram. Yep. It is Nailing It Weekly. Guys, awesome stuff every week. Check it out. Okay, my brother Yitarikimasu says incorrect. Halo 4 is Halo 4 is split screen multiplayer. Mm-hmm. Halo Reach, and I do believe it had split screen, but Halo 5 did not. Okay, so yeah, Halo 5 is the one that stopped being multiplayer split screen.
Yeah.
Which is bullshit. Idiots. My brother says we should do the Master Chief Collection, which is what we said. I said with Alex, which is my friend that we all played with when we were kids. Scarabs is the creature we were trying to talk about.
Yeah.
The big robot. They also changed the Scarab design a lot between Halo 2 and Halo 3. They like compacted it. But there's actually a lore reason behind it too, which is kind of cool. They ended up turning that gun into a beam rifle. Yeah, that's right. I don't think beam rifle was a thing in Halo 2.
I don't think beam rifle it was either, but it was like a...
No. Yeah. It was the same design as the Covenant sniper rifle, whatever that was. I think that's called the beam rifle. No. I know.
No, it was just like a little needler.
It was called the beam rifle.
No, it wasn't.
No. The Scarab gun was a beam rifle model.
Yeah.
And then they turned it into the charge beam. in later games.
Yeah,
which is a Covenant like prolonged charge weapon.
Because the one in Halo 2, the Easter egg was just it would constantly shoot. It was just OP. It was not
yeah. But it was the sprite of it.
Yeah.
Was oh shit, I'm drunk. I had a bad memory. It was a plasma rifle.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, you're right. It was a plasma rifle.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was like the smallest. It was the smallest gun.
Yeah, you're right.
But it just made the biggest.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's like
it's insane.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of like Spartan lasers going on.
Yeah, and you just wreck face with it. It's great. It's fun.
That's awesome.
Yep.
He said Halo 3 Easter eggs were gold. Weird monkeys. I don't know that Easter egg, honestly. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then he says Halo 3 the Flood was always around. Right?
Yep.
He says Lol Jordan equals worst Halo fan.
I didn't say I was a great Halo fan. I just enjoy Halo.
Yeah, he can be a fan and not know everything.
Yeah.
That's how fans work. Halo 5 got weird. It's all about the Forerunners. Yeah, but that's because in the story, the Forerunners are very important. You learn that the Flood has been around forever, and it's always been a war between Forerunner and Flood. The rings were designed as a failsafe to get rid of the Flood, and the Ark is where the Forerunner saved every species in the universe. That is correct.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, the lore is awesome. It's really cool. Dude, best Covenant is Prophets because they got balls on their necks. We regret that we invaded Earth. We regret. Yeah, it's a good one. Should I buy Tomb Raider? Yes, Codemeyer, buy Tomb Raider. It's a good price. It's not the greatest game ever, but for that price, you'll get your money's worth.
Yeah.
Jordan knows nothing.
What?
Only a few games had 4.
Stop it.
I think that's what I was talking about, the hunters.
Yeah, I know. I don't.
Only a few games had 4-player co-op. Dude should change Sunday to Forge World multiplayer game day. We can play all those Forge World games, immerse you in the
That'd be fun, actually.
A Subnautica. Yeah, that would be super fun, and I would love to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Jazzy says cheeks are clenched because of Subnautica. And then she says, lol, I'm not a professional. Currently doing notes. See? She's doing homework right now. It's crazy. Lol, nail artist. Thank you for the shout out. You're welcome, of course. My brother says, dumb. I am right. Yeah, he does know a lot of... my brother bought all the collector's editions of everything. He even has this, like, Halo Reach... it's like a statue. It's huge.
Nice.
And then he's got the Halo. He bought the Halo 3. It was like some kind of full collector's edition as well, and it came with like this metal tin, and it had like a bunch of books of lore in it. It was really cool. Lucas, do you still have the Halo Reach thing? I want it. I'm gonna put it in my glass container. Oh, my mom probably has it still. All right, well, that's the end of the show, guys. This is a conversation for me and my brother. You don't have to know about me bargaining with him.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, that's the end of the show, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Okay, so today is Zombie Day for stream listeners. I'll post again in the Discord, of course. So you guys come on down, play some Halo. And it's gonna... What am I saying? Oh my god. Play some zombies. Not Halo.
7 Days to Die. Not Halo.
Thank you. Yeah, we're playing 7 Days to Die. There's a subscriber world, so if you're a sub, you can jump in the world with us. It'll be great family fun. Hopefully Jordan will be there after his little celebration barbecue.
Yep.
And that's it.
Thanks for listening, guys. Shows go live every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. If you don't catch us there, you can catch us on YouTube, Spotify, or whatever podcasting app you prefer, and we drop that on Wednesdays.
And if you like what you're hearing, do us a favor and tell your friends, tell your family, send them over to the live show every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, or tell them about the YouTube channel, kennethdamenath, where it goes live for repeated listening every Wednesday. Otherwise, of course, just enjoy the show. Thank you for listening to the Be My Friend podcast. My name is Kenneth.
My name is Jordan.
I got a cat named Louie.
I got a cat named Rose.
Stay safe.
Stay sweaty.
Stay healthy.
Stay hippity.
stay hoppity. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Be my friend.